interest, trying to give you what you're missing. Comfortable and chilling with a man that's on a mission. I know you get approached, hearing all type of game. Every dude the same, talk simple and plain. Got that same routine, playing like a movie scene. I'm trying to flip the script, play the king and you be queen. Dream of being by your side, truly caught my eye. I'm hoping you reply to the rose.
All right, welcome back everyone. This is it. This is live and in person right now, getting underway. First heat of the day with Almeida and Pereira on the water as we speak. I'm Dave Tyberski. Welcome you to day 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's day 4. I don't even know, man. It's been quite a whirlwind. That's all I can say, with freestyle and wave action happening here in Dakhla, Morocco at the Dakhla Kiteboarding World 2014. This is the 5th year in a row we've been doing this event, so quite an established event, and it's always a great pleasure to come back here to beautiful Dakhla Attitude Camp and check out the freestyle action at the Dakhla Lagoon, and of course the wave action here at this beautiful looking right-hander. Today we've got waves not as big as we saw about this time yesterday, but there are some sets coming through, and these guys are making them look pretty darn fun. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that we're going to see some more of those sets pumping through as the afternoon continues. So on the water, as I mentioned, is Almeida and Pereira. I'm pretty sure both of these guys are definitely on well, actually, I think one is on North Kite, one is on a RRD kite. Going for a nice top turn right there is the boy on the RRD kite. I'm not sure if that is Pereira or Almeida at this point. Both these guys having a couple nice little faces to work with here. You can see it's about chest, shoulder high, a little bit bigger sets. So a little bit smaller than yesterday, but still super rippable. I mean, there comes a point where you know, waves can get too big to where you can really scalp them, I guess you would say. But there is no question that these are rippable waves. Kind of a nice, friendly little spot here. Not too heavy of a lip by any means. Nice sand bottom, and a little fat at times for sure, but perfect place to demonstrate what these guys can do. And we've seen some pretty heavy tricks go down yesterday for sure. Some nice big rail-to-rail riding, some nice vertical snaps, some nice aerial floaters, aerial re-entries, some wave-face maneuvers. So it's interesting to see how the judges are going to be scoring all that. But enough of me, and back to the action on the water. As I mentioned, Almeida and Pereira coming to you live from Dakhla here. Beautiful wave break.
A different set of mind state, lost for months. I migrate a mile, but now I'm back on the scene, refreshed. Now my mind's great. Rewrite history, but why this is my fate. Now getting all this right will it probably take forever. What's that under that spotlight when you can shine together?
Same goal, same aim, different drive. Same image in mind, but different lives. Same court, same game, different drive. Same view with the streets, but different eyes. No more standing in line, reporting live. Feeling so alive, we have now arrived. Cope under pressure, the spotlight adventures. That's where it's all measured. We can all shine together. Fresher, cool as a band, but hot on the rotation. So high blazing, we rise to the occasion. Bring it down to earth, worth more than ice. Go ahead, name the price while you're blinded by the light. Word of advice, everything ain't what it seems. They all chasing dollars cause they scared to chase dreams. Too many follow, not enough take the lead. Too many queens with a low self-esteem. Same road passed through like you knew. See a dark path, but that we can still shine through. Who move the wheel and still can take the damage. Want the prize and willing to take the challenge. Gotta suffer, dig deep to discover. We all got a glow that's hiding behind the cover. True love will reflect light, bright radiations. No limitations, hands high celebrating. Experience the divine shine awaken. We all wanna fly, but tell me who gon' make it. And they sing it like, shine bright, bright.
The cranium, titanium, a hard-headed fellow. They say to relax my raps, but in fact my raps mellow. Sick of these cats coming as hard as a marshmallow. Verbal shapeshifter, leaving the competition's face yellow. People be purposely perpetrating my posse, but I prepared with hoping to pop sense into the flossy. A generic mental experiment not inherited, more like mixed molecules invented for the riddling. Fitting in the type of men, the type to live the life of 10. This life's a sin, but the price is right, it's in. The middle of a fight could be frightening, Vicodin. Giving birth to life is when, except when the mic is in my possession. Aggression is a form of delivery. Step up to the plate and suffer pain and consistency. Your war to be known and remembered as a legacy. Therefore, metaphors will strike upon those testing me.
All right, sorry for that absence, folks. I'm sure you were missing my voice. I was mistaken. This is not Almeida and PKRA. It is Nacimiento and Boylan, which I think Nacimiento, I believe, is the brother of Ayrton Cozzolino. If not, he looks a heck of a lot like him. But I know Ayrton's got a brother here, but actually, I don't think he made it into the actual main event. So I'm going with Nacimiento and Boylan at this point. I was told that we were beginning with men's heat number 17, and that's what I'm showing on my score here. Unfortunately, I don't know all these wave riders intimately. It's first time for a lot of them showing up here to a PKRA event. They had their own world championship and tour for the past couple years. So meeting a lot of these guys for the first time, but the guy in the North Kite's making short work of that wave out there. Some really nice hacks. Guy on the inside, I think it's just Boylan, doing a little foam climb, trying to make the best of that wave that seems to be petering out. It looks like those waves out at the point shaping up a little bit longer, nice longer rides, but this little reform section in the inside could lay out something here for Boylan as he just continues to bash it. And I think that is Ayrton for some reason. It looks like that's him on his kite. It looks like him. I don't see his name here under the Heat 18. So I'm going to go check and see what's up with that. That would be probably, this is Cozzolino and Morrissey. Okay, it's all coming to me now. I was given bad information, I believe. I think this is heat number 12, which would be Cozzolino and Morrissey. So Cozzolino on that North Kite, the blue tealish colored North Kite, and that would be Boylan or Morse on the RID kite. That is Mr. Can't really see. I've got a TV crew in front of me, so I'm trying to view this from here inside the van. But I'm just gonna leave you guys to the action as we're covering it here. Get a little bit better grip on things as far as what's going on with this ladder here. We've got Cozzolino, I believe, right there on his North Kite, making Short work of that little inside section. Is he going to kick out? Looks like he's going to keep on going down, hoping for that little bowl section to shape up. It really depends on the tide here. What a nice little air to revert, but going down there at the bottom of the bay. That's going to wrap up that heat right there from those two guys. I believe that was Cozzolino probably moving through on that one, but we're going to wait and see what the judges have to say. Cozzolino versus Maurice. And up next, I believe it would be Busetta and Collins, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more action here live from Dakhla. All right, and welcome back to Morocco. Sorry, I've been bouncing around trying to get my head around things here. A little confusion on which heat that was. That was heat number 12, Cozzolino versus Morris. I figured that one out eventually, and right now we're in Busetta and Colin on the water. Both of these guys, I think that is Busetta. I'm not sure who that is on the North Kite. That's Busetta on the North Kite with some nice maneuvers. I believe he's a local Moroccan making it in through the trials, but he worked his way up, and he's making some impressionate riding here on some of these smaller waves. A lot of these guys, this is pretty much their spot. This is where they train, so it's no surprise that some of the local Moroccan guys are going to be moving on up the ladder, up against some of these heavy hitters who have been around competitive wave riding for a little bit longer. But it looks like we've got his competitor Colin up at the point, looking for some waves. Started to take off on one, but eventually kicked out. Looking for something a little bit better. Wave selection is going to be a big part of what these guys are not really judged on, but it's going to make a big difference in their scoring, as we saw that happen yesterday. Some guys really not getting the best waves, and the resulting scores were not that impressive either. Unfortunate for them. Do have Mr. Busetta right here on this north kite, trying to stay on the face of this one here. Not sure if the wind's a bit more offshore than yesterday, but it is a bit lighter than we saw later in the afternoon, but about the same for what we had earlier in the day. Guys are on 12-meter kites, 11-meter kites. Probably see 13s out there at this point, but we are expecting the wind to build as we saw yesterday, and hopefully some of those bumps that we saw, that swell is gonna start to show up, because we did see some really nice ground swells kind of push through, peaking in a little bit different spot, but creating some really long ride opportunities for those who took advantage of them. If you got a chance to check out the press release, or if you heard through the grapevine, some really long rides were happening yesterday, specifically a couple from Mitu Monteiro, as well as the man from Australia, Kiahi Deaboidis. And we've got Mr. Kevin looking for his stuff back here. Kevin is sorted. He's getting his wetsuit on. He's getting ready to get back out there. Kevin Langray, a former freestyle world champion and wave aficionado as well. Spends most of his time in Cape Town in the winters, ripping lips off of the various wave breaks around Cape Town in the Western Cape. And it looks like out back we do have Colin on a ride right now. Looks like that's him on that F1 kite. He's a backhander, goofy footer here. Saw some nice backside hacks from a very few people. Actually, just switched his stance, showing he's got a little bit of a diverse ability to go frontside and backside. I talked to talked a little bit about that with some of the judges, and the whole jumping back and forth on the wave multiple times, they say it isn't really what they're looking for. It's nice that the riders can actually show that they can ride switch and demonstrate that, but they actually seem to be favoring it if you actually ride a wave in its entirety on front side, and then if you want to ride and switch stance and hit your next wave or another wave backside, that's kind of seems to be a bit more resonating a bit more with the judges at this time. We have seen a number of riders kind of just jumping between stances on the same wave, which adds an interesting element to it. But it's kind of, in my opinion, not doesn't look as good as it would if you just kind of showed that you can go down the line, rip a wave backside, then hop and rip it frontside on your next or subsequent wave. So, but I'm not a judge. That's just my personal opinion. And it looks like here we've got Busetta on another one here, coming in on his north kite, linking some nice turns here. As I mentioned, waves not as big as we saw yesterday, so but some decent sets coming through. I did see about a head high set come through a little earlier, but right now we're looking about chest to shoulder high on most of these sets here. Even some of these inside sections a little bit smaller than that, but as I mentioned, nice variety of sections as the wave wraps into the beach. So you've got some big fat sections, you can do some wave face tricks, and then you've got some a little bit faster and more bowly sections where you can actually do some aerials and get a little bit more vertical and some really late hits. So that's what the judges are looking for. They're looking for guys really showing that complete surfing element, throwing in a floater, nice rail-to-rail surfing, critical hacks, vertical hits. This is what these guys are looking for. So these are not the best conditions, but they are completely adequate to demonstrate that type of riding. So we're rolling with it. Fingers crossed for better conditions to improve throughout the afternoon. We've got about 5 hours of competition left here, so I'm glad you guys are with us. Get on the horn, let everyone know that we're live after I don't know how many hours of troubleshooting we've been through here. It seems that the world in Western Sahara has discovered 3G, and it's creating quite a big an issue for us to create a stable link and with adequate bandwidth to bring this to you live. If you are not sure where we are, we're in Dakhla, Morocco, formerly Western Sahara. Look it up on Wikipedia, and some pretty interesting stuff, and you'll realize that we are kind of out here in the middle of the desert, but it is beautiful. The waves are rolling in. They've got incredible kiteboarding conditions, and we've got the world's best wave riders and freestyle riders here all this week, so you stay tuned to ProKiteTour.com for all the latest updates. All right, last minute, we were hearing it right there, nice little off the top. That was from our competitor, I think that was Colin, on his F1 kite. Less than a minute remaining. He's going to have to make something here. He's kind of racing down the line looking for something, hoping that wave's going to shape up, but breaking his fins loose, going a little fin first action, but pretty much in the flat water. Most of the judges, I'm sure, are going to want to see that on the face of a wave. But W.Sahara is managing to really link some nice turns together here at the point. Again, linking top turn, bottom turn. As we're winding down here to the wee seconds of our second heat of the day on the water right now. W.Sahara and Colin. This is heat number 13. Coming up next, McGillivray and Tringali is the next one on deck. That's heat number 14. So keep posted to the live page, and you'll be able to follow the ladder. And we've got the McGillivray going to be in the orange and light blue, I just heard. And his competitor Tringali, I believe, going to be on that yellow kite. So that's coming up here. It's going to wrap up that heat. Don't go anywhere, folks. You know where you are. You're at the PKRA here in beautiful Morocco, watching the best in the world hack some waves. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our next heat coming right up.
Jazz and Coffee Part 2. Sit back and relax. Yo, snares and kicks that drop, ill in the mix. Never skip, too sick, holding mics with a tight fist. Yo, daily grind with the coffee breath, illest yet fresh to death. Yes, caught speaking in the present tense.
All right, so we're back with the gentleman that I mentioned, McGillivray and Tringali. I believe it's McGillivray on the orange RD. And Tringali on his biggest kite, which he said he didn't really want to ride. I heard him mentioning that he's used to Gran Canaria where he's riding 5-meter kites, but he's on a big 14-meter kite, so I don't think he's super happy to be kiting on his biggest kite. It's a bit more fun throwing around a nice little small kite, but we've got Mr. McGillivray ripping like a disease, just really showing some nice aggressive turns and just nice little ollie to fin first with a Olay out, demonstrating some pretty proficient skills here on the wave. For his first ride, that's going to be quite a high-scoring wave for that young man. And Tringale's still working the point up at the top, looking for something, kind of waiting for something a little bit better to come his way, as it's definitely a little bit flatter between the and a little bit longer wait between some of these bigger set waves. But we are seeing some nice shoulder high sets coming through, sometimes bigger. So sometimes you gotta just roll the dice in hopes that one of those is gonna come your way. There he is, Tringale. Looks like he's setting up for something. Toby, what's going on, buddy? Say hi to the people online. Toby, our photographer, is just getting out of the water, looking for his clothes. His skinny jeans, I think, are in the back. He's down to a 32, if you haven't heard. Oh, actually, he's bragging. He's down to a 30 waistline. So, ladies, just get it out of your head right now. He's already taken. Dropped some weight, and, man, that guy is just tearing up Tarifa, Spain. But, no, Toby Bromwich, staff photographer, amazing guy. But right now, the man of the hour is this young man, McGillivray, on the wave. I believe he's from South Africa, just ripping like a disease on his RD kite. Nice, nice everything that he's been.
It's no accident, rock jumps over loops, kicking raw styles back to the roots. Give me the loot, more than expected, and it's not what it seems. Appearing weak, but every step is closer to dreams. They tell me where I could have been and what I could have seen, but this life was meant for me, cause I'm directing all.
Alright, sorry we just our audio drop out, but nothing we can't deal with. But as I was mentioning, McGillivray is really strong rider, throwing some pretty heavy maneuvers in these smaller waves. Used to some bigger conditions, I'm sure, in Cape Town, but definitely displaying. He's got the talents to rip the smaller stuff as well. Tringale's still working his way in, hasn't really found anything that he's really floating his boat. So maybe he's coming to the inside to see if he can pick up some of these little faster little sections here as they hit that sandbank and start to zip down the line a little bit more, but no, not liking it. He's heading back out.
I've been waiting for the right time. Please show me a sign. I check your horoscope and it said that you should be mine. I'm saying that you're fine in all the other terms. I'm trying to get to know you so we have a lot to learn.
All right. Looks like a man of the hour, McGillivray, is on another wave. Nice backside hack. Stalling, waiting for it to lose a little weight and speed up a bit here as it comes into that inside section. Just fading, looking, not liking what he sees. He's heading back out. There's Tringale out back on a pretty decent looking wave. Kind of just peaked and then really didn't do a whole lot, but he's linking a few turns out away from the face. And Tringale, what's his name? McGillivray, nice strapless back roll on the way out. Tringale with a decent, nice hit. Kite getting a little bit away from him there. over his head. But you know, I talked to Tringali, and he shows up here almost every year for this event, and he's just stoked to be out here riding with these guys. He says he comes home after this back to Gran Canaria and really learns a lot from these guys, and clearly not used to riding a 14-meter kite, as Gran Canaria is one of the windiest spots basically in the world. But McGillivray taking off on a nice looking wave, big backside hack, really smooth, nice fluid bottom turns, connecting nice top turns too, not keeping and not killing all his speed, really kind of redirecting and carrying some nice speed into a nice bottom turn. So really linking some nice solid turns there on his backhand. And I think he's going to be moving through this one from what I'm seeing so far. Looks like he's waiting for that little inside section to shape up, but kicks out the back, looking for another. So solid ride there for the young man from, I believe, South Africa, McGillivray. Still some time remaining here in this heat, as we are quite early in our day here. I believe this is our third heat of the day. So thanks guys for being with us. We've got a number of people tuning in. We've been, I do apologize for what a roller coaster it's been trying to get this live stream going out. We managed, gave it a really good shot yesterday trying to get things out live. In the end, we recorded a bunch to disk and uploaded a few of those. There's still another one that's going to be uploaded, so should be able to find those on YouTube. A couple highlight heats, but it was really tough going yesterday with our with everything really, but as far as the internet goes. But also much later start in the day yesterday, so we had some really low light conditions in the evening, kind of looking straight into it. And with the setup, the point here, it's basically what we have to deal with. But Tringali right there with a nice top turn hit, and looking for another one, but that wave not really giving him a whole lot to work with. So my point being basically was that we got some decent light happening right now. Later in the day yesterday was really backlit, but pretty decent at the moment. It will probably get worse light-wise as the sun starts to drop, but tide's still coming in. It's an hour later, so we're still looking for tide to come up. We're about a little bit past mid-tide here. Pretty big moon, so the tide should come up good. We should be seeing some more size on some of these other sets rolling through, but that remains to be seen. So we do have a wind swell on top of a little bit of a ground swell. Hopefully we'll see those ground swells kind of start to filter through a little bit more as we move through the changes in the tide. Coming up next, I believe, is Begali and Harvey. That's coming up next. How much time do we have left? Check.
A different set of mind state, lost for months. I migrate a mile, but now I'm back on the scene, refreshed. Now my mind's great. Rewrite history, but why this is my fate. Now getting all this right will it probably take forever.
Alright, so just a minute, under a minute, actually, until this heat is one for the history books. McGillivray still looking at the top, getting ready to take off on something here. Making another nice top turn, bottom turn. Really nice fluid style from him. I think what the judges, I think he's going to move through this one without too much of a problem. But I think later in the heats, we're going to need to see some bit more variety, some off the tops, like really aerial re-entries, probably some floaters, things like that are going to contribute to really pushing these guys forward as you get into some of these heavy hitters, as we are getting down to that area of the ladder because we've got a bunch of guys that have already advanced, winning that first heat. They just got to skip this whole second round. People like Diavoidis, who else? We had Nacimiento, we had Almeida, Montiero, Ferreira, and Langare, Ribeiro, and Enrique. So massive. One thing I want to comment on is just the quality of riders that's coming from Portugal and Brazil. Obviously, we've got some other solid guys in there, but pretty much many of the top guys are from Brazil and Portugal, and those guys are ripping. Obviously, got the Cap Verdean guys, Monteiro, Cosolino from Italy, ripping as well. Of course, Kevin Langray from the Netherlands, but Brazil and Portugal, both really wave-rich countries, and definitely put out some solid kite surfers here, as we're seeing here on the shores of Dakhla, Morocco. So just under a minute until the start of this next heat. Coming up, we've got Bigali and Harvey. Don't want to miss that. Stick around. We'll be So this is it. This is the guys I was talking about, Bigali and Harvey. Harvey from the UK, Bigali, not sure. I believe we've got Harvey on this orange North Kite and yellow board going out right now. He's out of frame, and we're looking out at Bigali on also a North Kite at the top of the peak. Kind of looking for something. It looked like Harvey got a little ride at the very beginning of that heat on the inside. Bigali's still working his way around, looking for something special to start pushing through. It's quite a lull right now. Seeing a little bit more frequent waves coming through, but a whole lot pop up here in the last minute or so. But we're going to play it by ear. Basically, if the sets start getting further and further between, we'll start to extend the heat durations. These guys fair enough time to get their fair shake at 2 solid waves, and that's what they're being judged on. Their best 2 waves are averaged together. So some close heats yesterday, and that looks like it's Bigali right there, opening up with a nice frontside hack. A nice one. Slalom turn there on that face. Really, you can see having to have his kite pull him around a bit here as it fattens out the wave right there. But still something to work with. Yeah, maybe he's going to look for that inside section, and that's oftentimes the case. But no, Bigali just jiving right onto another nice wave, going for one nice critical hit, looking for something else. Another nice one, throwing those fins. correcting the board, and we'll milk it to the inside. The inside at this tide right now is not really working, so I think as the tide drops we're going to see that. But golly, here jibing yet onto another wave. There's that inside section starting to work. Nice critical hit right on the peak. Nice foam climb and another foam climb to kick out. So 3 waves, none of them super high scoring, but getting a few nice hacks there on each of those. So basically just got some certain points on the board for sure. Those nice critical hacks, but I think not sure how the judges will score that when you actually kick out the back and then you're in the flats and just jibe and do a hack onto a wave face. Not sure if that really counts too heavily, because you're not really on the wave face, you're just kind of coming at it. But I am not a judge at the moment. I was in a former life. There's Harvey looking for something. Little late on that hit, and the foam just kind of disrupting his fins. Ooh, but golly, really getting a nice couple hits on this wave here. Can he make it around the section to the open face? And I think he's going to get a couple nice ones. Really, a couple nice hits from Bigali there. Here's this inside section going for another. What's he got for us? Yep, another nice top snap. Cheers are coming from the beaches. I'm going to guess this guy is from Morocco. Just judging by the crowd on the beach. There's about a fair amount of people actually watching. Probably in the hundreds of thousands. But there's a fair bit of spectators watching, and Bigali going for a big air. Just air 180, but not pulling it together. But there's Harvey making the best of it, the best of a nice wave, the nicest wave he's been on all. And there we go. This is what we want to see. These are the sets that we were looking for. Harvey just managing to do a little hack underneath the lip, going for a little cover up, but not a whole lot. He's going to need to work this one all the way into the inside. If he can do a floater or a little air or something like that, that's really going to make the difference. I mean, we all like to see rail-to-rail surfing and nice top turn, bottom turn combinations. But, you know, if that's all you're going to be doing on the wave, you know, you're really going to need to set yourself apart. But solid riding from both those guys, solid waves. Two of the nicest waves we've actually seen in the past few heats. So you guys do your little wave dance at home in front of your computer screens, and hopefully that will work to send some more sets our way. If you are over in, let's see, where are we? We're in Morocco. So if you're over in Brazil, I don't know, maybe you guys can do something to generate something that'll send it our way. But things definitely are shaping up. That was a very solid set. I think we might see a few more of those as this tide is starting to get a little closer to its peak. Both these guys on a wave at the moment. Harvey out the back, Bigali here in front. Not sure who the camera's on. It looks like it's on Harvey at the moment. That yellow board, that's Lee Harvey from the UK. When I first started to write, think back, way before I had a mic, think back, way back, when it used to be a dream, think back, way before they all believed. Souls empty like a water bottle in the hands of a thirsty man. Let me substitute my brain, wait, let me think again. Nice combinations there. Not drawing out a very big bottom turn. I think that's something that the judges really want to see. They don't want to see you kind of just staying on the face and then going up and top turning and, not really coming down and driving with some speed back up. That's where you really get the big points, is when you're coming down, drop in through the wave after your top turn, set your rail, carve a nice turn, keep your speed, and go through a nice vertical top turn. So that's really what we're looking for as far as that rail-to-rail surfing goes. So 1 minute remaining, 1.5 minute remaining is what I'm getting from Mr. Becker, our man on the camera. You heard him out on the mic plenty yesterday as well. Actually, you didn't, because we weren't live, but we recorded a lot. Previous heat results: McGillivray advancing out of that last heat against Tringali. I'm going to dig up a pen and write that down, as we've got under a minute here, and Tringali really ripping this wave quite nicely, as we saw him do throughout that heat. Really nice heat, actually, from Bengali. I'd have to say a bit better than Mr. Harvey, although Harvey had a really nice ride that last set wave that he caught, but it didn't really get the wave. Didn't have the wave selection that Bengali seemed to have, as Bengali is still here just adding up point after point. He's like, I am tired of bashing this little swell here. I'm going to go back out and look for a bigger one. And that's exactly what he's doing, as Lee Harvey is on one of himself here. Nice little snap off the top, checking his speed, slowing down, waiting for that reform. Let's see what he has got on this inside section here. Just minutes remaining. Oh, breaks it loose, fins first, and falls down. So that's probably going to do it for that heat right there, ladies and gentlemen. That was Lee Harvey and Mr. Begali. I think it's going to be Begali moving through, but we'll leave that up to the judges. In the meantime, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back here with our next heat coming up, Lentz versus Hamani. Don't go anywhere.
Traveling gravity waves without an aircraft carrier, a world where I'm superior, breaking the sound barrier. Deepest odyssey, understanding astronomy, secret planet societies left untold policies. Never traveled by your everyday clan, similar to our world, permitting life on the land. Navigating through dimensions, the adventures could be infinite. No fear of any boundaries, cause the atmosphere is limitless. Exploring to the core, defeating all your fallacies. Discovering new galaxies by defying the gravity. Now through the clouds and touch down on the surface, in contact with life, but they seem awfully nervous. Running and screaming, didn't know what I was seeing. Told them I came in peace, but I knew I should be leaving. Now on the planet they call Earth, I'm labeled as ET. We drive through the heights and depth of the raw witness that reality aside and reaching beyond limits. The stars and the planets use the world to my advantage. Orbit around the universe, exploring, causing damage. We travel through the galaxy, illuminating light. In existence as we know it left behind, we take flight. We take flight, 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 take flight.
All right, and we're back. We've got Forrest Backer joining us here on the mic. What's up, Forrest? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Let me do this. There we go. How's that?
I can hear you. There we go.
All righty.
Perfect.
All right. So you're shooting and commentating. That's, I mean, you're a talented dude, but I mean, we didn't really think you could pull off talking and filming at the same time. So kudos for that, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Well, you're troubleshooting and commentating on the same time, so.
And patting my head and rubbing my belly. But on the water right now, we've got Lentz versus Hamani. But I think Hamani is actually not out on the water, so this looks like to be the Jeremy Lentz show. So let's see what he's got. He's got a solid wave to work with, but a little off the top and flew out the back.
Yeah. I don't know where Hamani is actually.
I think that's Sufyan, no?
Sofyan, it might be Sofyan, yeah. He's cry, but
I think it's Sufyan, who is probably one of the earliest Moroccan kiteboarders back in the day.
No, not the earliest, the first one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was one of the young guys spending time in Tarif, organized the...
I met him when he was... when he still had his dreadlocks, and he was living in Tarifa and representing Morocco as his country of birth. And yeah, now he's a real businessman organizing events.
And I think he started a hotel here.
He started a hotel. He started actually a Dakhla altitude, and then he started a new one now. It's pretty. He was one of the pioneers here in Morocco, and he's kind of the one that discovered Dakhla a little bit. Sofyan.
I think it is. Didn't he invent the internet as well?
Maybe.
That was Al Gore. Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Okay. I'm joking, but it is the Jeremy Lentz show. Sufyan did not show up for this heat, but Jeremy looks like he's having a good time. I know if I had this place to myself, I would be having a good time. So
of course, who wouldn't with these waves and wind?
Yeah,
I mean, I saw some sets out there, and they look pretty nice. It's been building up.
Yeah,
there's
some solid sets that actually.
Jiving didn't work out. Yeah, there's been some nice solid sets, and we're here filming this action here in Morocco, Dakhla, and we're about, I don't know, 30 kilometers, 20 from the spot where the freestyle is held. And this is like, if you check on Google Earth, you can see Dakhla is in the middle of, well, not really in the middle of the desert, but it's pretty much desert, and there's this kind of bay that separates the sea and the lagoon where we're having the freestyle, and it's a really impressive place. I mean, I've been coming here, like, this is my 10th time maybe, and it's always been a surprise to see all these conditions and thermal steady winds out here, nice waves. They even got a cable park now, the first cable park in Morocco.
Yeah, right next to the Dakhla altitude camp, so you can basically, you could probably, at a high tide, you could probably jump from the lagoon
No, totally. Yeah, you could not even jump, you could just like,
ollie.
Just ollie.
So maybe they should just have a little jib rail or something so you can just bonk into the cable park. But yeah, pretty cool setup they've got there at the Dakhla altitude camp. So
every year it gets better. This is the 5th edition, I think, of the PKRA, if I'm not mistaken. And we've been seeing every year coming by and how this camp has been improving day by day. And now Dakhla is actually a pretty famous place for kiteboarders and surfers around the world. The first time I came here, about 8 years ago, it was pretty much desertic, and we were sleeping in tents, and now there's all these constructions, a new airport. It's pretty amazing to see how kiteboarding can actually like evolve and better the economy of a place. Just like Brazil.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it happen repeatedly. I mean, look at Cambuco. Our first event there, that place was a ghost town. No kite schools, no anything, and now it's
the Mecca.
Now it's there's every a million kite schools. Europeans everywhere, and one of the best places in the world for freestyle.
Actually, I think this is Hermione, yeah?
Is it?
It's possible. What was the name of the other?
Lens.
Jeremy, no, because this guy is Moroccan.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay, well
so
then we've got
Hermione sounds more like a Moroccan than Jeremy Lenson. No, I'm not sure.
Yeah. But there's another rider out there on the water on a best kite, making his way out to the peak. So maybe that is the missing man. Could it be Jeremy Lenz? I don't know.
I'm focusing on him right now. This camera's got 50 optical zooms. I'm able to get really close, even though you can see he's really far away. And now we have Hermione, if I'm not mistaken, trying from the past heat. Hakbali advances. Agali, no? Bagali, sorry. Bagali advances the past heat.
Surprises there.
So when did they say the freestyle was going to start? I think they want to finish the waves before, no?
Yeah, the focus right now is to finish up the wave event, because right now this looks like it's the best we've got for the week. So we kind of wanted to do the waves during the best time, best conditions. So the riders for freestyle are still on hold till 2 o'clock, and it's looking like if the waves hold up that they are going to be released probably at 2 o'clock, but that will only come around that time. 2 o'clock official announcement's going to be made for the freestylers. And if that's the case and we finish up our wave discipline today, that means we're going to go straight into the singles tomorrow, because there is no shortage of wind here in Dakhla. This place is like a wind machine, and we've got wind forecasts throughout the whole holding period here, which is until Sunday. So still plenty of days. I have no idea what day today is. I think it's either Thursday.
It's the 20th Thursday.
Guessing it's Thursday, so we still have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so plenty of time.
Oh, we got a helicopter here coming up to us. These guys are pretty crazy. We have the army helicopters flying around. I don't know if you can hear it.
Oh, we can hear it.
Yeah. I heard yesterday that Dakhla has 80, and was it 80 or 18,000 militaries?
Someone's at 80,000, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not really buying it. I think there's 30,000 people, civilians living in Dakhla, and then 80,000 military. But I'm not sure where they would be.
Probably hiding in a bunker for.
I don't know.
80,000, man. That would be like, I don't know, massacre, man.
I think that's probably the size of.
If each of them gave us €1,
each of the countries that you claim to be from, that's the size of their military. France, Holland, and Spain. No, I'm joking. That's a fair amount of guys, but I really don't know. I mean, it seems like a nice, quaint town. The town of Dakhla. It really doesn't even seem like 30,000 people, but it's got everything you need. Decent shops and definitely some restaurants, and
I wouldn't say decent shops, but
I mean there's
no Walmart or anything.
No, yeah. You can go buy food. You can go buy chickens,
bananas,
and bananas. There's some really good fruit juice stores, which are pretty cool. They make you nice fruit smoothies and stuff. Yeah.
So right here we're still in this heat. I'm not sure if there's two of them competing or just one. But I can see Kiahi warming up on the top of the box.
That's right. Kiahi's in that next heat, and I think that's Figueiredo up there and Diaboides warming up, and they're coming up in heat number 17. And that's pretty much going to be the biggest heat of the day so far, for sure, as far as top guys. Yeah, I mean, both those guys ripping. We saw Figueiredo, that nice barrel and cover up, and some really solid riding from him yesterday. And Diaboides, I mean, the guy's pretty much a phenom, really linking everything together throwing them together like airs, floaters, really nice vertical snaps, rail-to-rail riding. Some really impressive guy. So Figueiredo is going to have his hands full with De Boidas, but it is anyone's game as wave selection comes into play a lot in these conditions, and definitely would not write off Figueiredo, so it's going to be a good one. They're all pretty stacked as we're getting here into our third round.
It's the start of the heat. We have Figueiredo starting his wave. Not the biggest, but he's trying to do the best. Big water displacement there. Nice on the vertical side of the wave. The wave kind of faded out now, but it looks like it's building up again. This pod really has got some of the longest waves I've probably seen. Like it just builds up again, and you get this straight line. You can. Yesterday I heard someone did like 16 snaps on a wave, and 6 of them were pretty decent. Look at that.
Yeah, Figueiredo, nice little
Look
off
at that
the top.
wave.
Wow. Nice. I think he might even take it to the inside and get a few more hits.
Boom.
Oh. Tries to revert out and still working it, riding backside, letting go.
Just
of
to
the
give you an
ball.
idea, just look where he is now and where he started. So he started right where Kiahi is right now, and he just surfed that wave all the way down. I mean, that's pretty much
a nice
almost
long ride.
almost a kilometer ride.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that, but it's
Maybe
a
600, 700
It's
at least.
it's a long ride for sure. By the end of a wave like that, you're probably pretty knackered, and looking forward to that just cruise back up to the point. And it's not much of a
The good thing of kite surfing that you don't really have to paddle back, so you just have to go back upwind,
Yeah, last year I got to go out and paddle for a surf in the morning before the wind came up, and I caught 3 waves and I took 3 walks. I just caught the wave at the point, rode it all the way down to the bottom of the beach, and then walked my way back upwind. So
good workout. Surfing is probably one of my favorite sports after kite surfing, of course. Well, actually I like surfing a bit better, the feeling.
Figueiredo on another wave. Kiahi really being selective with his waves.
There he is. He's selecting one now. But doesn't seem like it's like Mother Nature is willing to give him that. Maybe yes.
Nice
Boom.
top turn.
You can see that they're all trying to.
Full 360 on the top of that wave. That's going to score nicely for him. And I think if he managed to turn this wave into a few more nice hacks, he's going to be.
Oh, he lost it a bit.
Okay, but he.
There he goes.
Pretty much every maneuver he did was different. Top turn, breaking his fins loose, wave 360, there he goes again, missing the bar on that one. But definitely.
It's all about wave
Very
selection, and I'm seeing a Siri coming in there in the back, building up nicely.
Yeah, Pedro's on a nice one. Let's see if it holds its shape all the way down into the bay.
This one looks like it's going to be one of those.
Ooh, Kiahi on the little inside bowl section. Pedro outside, or Nuno actually is his name. Figueiredo out the back, and some Nuno
Figueiredo crashing on that wave.
It's funny that you say surfing is your other favorite trick, because for some reason I thought you were really into curling.
What is curling?
It's that Winter Olympic sport with it's like bowling on ice, kind of.
No, my favorite sport is this. Have you never seen this like ballet skiing? Like they used to do that before. That's my favorite sport. Just go on some skis and do some
ballet moves.
Some ballet moves.
And now you just do it on rollerblades. But hey, we've got Figueiredo really kind of. He got a really nice long ride, and since then we've only seen a few little sections. Both these guys still doing some really nice maneuvers.
Wow, nice on the
big vertical snaps, getting completely inverted. One thing Oh man, there's just too much going on to talk. I'm sorry. Let's just watch. Hopefully you're capturing most of this
Yeah, I'm capturing.
for us.
I'm trying it. I don't have 2 cameras, so I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
I mean, you really needed 2 cameras right back there. It was Figueiredo is
Wow, man.
making the best of that bottom section. But
Some of the best
We've
kitesurfers
got
out there on the water
Kiahi.
right now.
yeah, Kiahi definitely had a few nice hits that I think were not caught. But yeah, it is definitely need.
He had I saw the most vertical one he did. I managed to.
The thing about Kiahi is really he uses the board and the drive to break his fins loose. A lot of these other guys that were actually like just really kind of pulling against the kite to push the fins free. But Kiahi really is just.
Oh, look at this wave! Boom! I just wanted everyone to. The boom is just to make sure everyone knows how hard the hit was.
Yeah.
Boom!
Really making kite surfing look good, Mr. Diaboides, both these guys, as well as Nuno Figueiredo. These guys definitely probably the most impressive heat I've seen of the day for sure. Let's just keep our fingers crossed for a few more set waves for these guys to really show what they've got. As man, impressive riding.
4
from
minutes
both
to
these
go.
guys. 4 minutes, not too late in the heat for anything to really happen. Both solid rides from both of these guys. It's going to be a very tight heat. Let me see if I can pull up some scores. I believe we've got the live scoring going.
The cranium, titanium, a hard-headed fellow. They say to relax my raps, but in fact my raps mellow. Sick of these cats coming as hard as a marshmallow. Verbal shape.
Oh my god, my feet are getting so burned out here.
They have these things called shoes
Yeah,
that are pretty
it's
cool.
still warm in the
They
day.
keep you.
What? Shoes are not made to keep the burns away.
Oh my god, I love it.
Aggression is a form of delivery. Step up to the plate is for pain and consistency. Your war to be known and remembered as a legacy. Therefore, metaphors will strike upon those.
Kiahi setting up for a wave. Boom, nice. First move like that I see ever, actually. Like a 360 surface pass on the wall of the wave, and now he's waiting for this wave to build up nicely. The inside section, boom, little turn on the top. The wave is still building, and now he's got a nice little solid wall to hit. Bam! Getting those fins, a little bit of air. Whoa, nice! That was a really solid wave from Kiahi, our Australian rider, I think. Spends most of the time in Hawaii with his girlfriend. It is also world champion. Now I'm gonna focus on Figueiredo out there, waiting for this wave to build up, and he's on it. Nice little snap there. Just waiting for this vertical part of the wave to form up, and it's got a nice little section building up in front of him. Bottom turn, little smack. There goes the whoa. Just fighting for it. Boom. Not bad. Today is actually the first day we managed to stream it live for you guys. All these other days we didn't have enough upload speed.
Kiahi.
Figueiredo, stay on the wave.
Big long rides. This is going to be a pretty tough call. answer to who's winning is either trying to check onto the live stream page, which is the last time I tried, crashed the system. So yeah, results from that last heat, that was a doozy. That's going to be Dave Boydis advancing over Figueiredo. So man, what a spectacular heat that was. Hopefully these guys get a bit more wave for them to work with, as we've got on the water Cabo Verde off the coast of Africa, and Bolin from France on the F1 kite. No, actually it's Nascimento on the F1.
Bowling getting this section tight, trying to finish that wave, but he decided to go.
Living in certain places, but they're actually sharing different naps
I can see
as we can. As Forrest is trying to minimize that wind noise, hiding from his hiding in his jacket, but Docky and spin around. And
when you less expect it.
yeah, you basically just I do flail and miss it, and you just watch this gorgeous wave go past. But usually that's just surfing on a kite. It's a little easier. Alright, a little wave 360, breaking it loose and bringing it all the way in front of a computer working. That's
You
what
guys
gets
can be
like
enjoying
most
those
viewers.
nice little waves.
Yeah, as soon as the weekend hits, everyone's out kiting, so no one really pays any attention. So we take liberties when we're streaming on the weekend. So if you're keen for some entertainment, hopefully you'll join us in it. Not well. Hopefully you're getting
Best out there. I think the wind is a little bit more offshore than yesterday.
Take action. Steps to the challenge, it's your moment of truth.
better.
It ain't really hard to tell. See, confidence is prominent. I'm doing it well. We witness the progress to consider success.
So the North Rider waiting for this.
Man, wait, God is in control of the internet at the moment. It's going to shape up.
Little float.
Guys are still throwing hacks here. Nice little backside hack from Almeida right there on the North Kite. Looking for
just to feel the burn. See, feelings ain't a concern. It's the lessons that we learn. It's your turn. Return at the words are ever spoken. Conquering the moment. The mind is my opponent. Who can withstand the blast from paragraphs? I laugh last. You witness the wrath at first hand. I follow the road, street signs and directions. Myself resurrected, seeing life as a blessing. Reasons of doubt while planning the conquest. Waiting to blow up.
And there goes. Dropping in. Nice smooth bottom turn. A little speed check. Staying back out in front of the peak. Looking for the next wall. Another nice.
So we have two of the best riders in the world out here, and a huge front row, sorry, with no fins. How do they?
Today. And not amounting to a whole lot. Me Too needs to find. But I got you. You're coming in loud and clear. We've got you on the monitor. Wave that's going to link as you are outside. But it looks like Kozlino right there giving a snap for the
Me Too
photographer.
bad or
And Me Too on something. We're just trying to take care of some of that wind noise as Mr. Forrest is outside. I'm in the comfort of the Hyundai mobile studio unit here. Dakhla. All right, so we are back. right, it was confirmed. Yeah, but Ferreira on that F1. Ferreira. And Boceta on the north kite. There is plenty of time here. Here's these guys. Have 10 minutes to show us what they've got. And right now, there's not a whole lot amounting to anything at the moment. And that is the man right there, Ferreira, working this little inside section, or hoping to, but nothing really coming out of it. Sending that Rasta kite back out to sea in hopes of incredible kiting equipment these days. It's come a long way since I bought my first Whippica 5.0, I think around 1996. Those were pretty scary days, I'll say that. So if you are just getting into the sport, count yourself lucky. Nice vertical snap there on the inside section. Ferreira on that, because the gear is pretty insane. Boceta, we'll have to wait to see who's going to be moving on out of that heat. See if we've got any results out of those earlier heats. But coming up. All right, and we're back with McGillivray and Kevin Langeret. And on the horn is McGillivray, right on a wave, throwing his backside arsenal into the mix with some nice hits and a few foam climbs. Climbing up there, not Willie stay. Vertical snap. Really sectiony actually at the moment right now. We get wave walls up and breaks, and then kind of dumps into a bit of a fat section that doesn't really amount to too much. So it's basically going to be a one hit, couple hit bust all the way to, I believe, heat number 28 of the men. And then jump over to the women's, finish up the ladies' rounds, which is just a few more heats, 4 more heats, and then straight into finish up the men's finals. So if the conditions hold out, we are going to wrap this event. You could argue the same thing with toe surfers, but definitely straps have their place, different conditions, different size swells. There's definitely some massive waves out there that I would feel much more comfortable in straps myself, but right now this size surf, that's, but boom, really nice vertical critical smack backside from the young man from the UK, making the most of this inside section here. Nice faster section of the wave there, as he's just repeatedly bashing that that lip with his that one get too much. I think that heat is a wrap, as McGillivray is really on a nice wave at the side arsenal. Nice bashing of that wave as he's heading into the water, and we see Ribby. Nice top turn, bottom turn combinations there in the critical section. Here in the fat section of the water, and Ribeiro right there at the top, letting go of the bar and just using the just keeping the board under his feet. Guys approach the inside bowl section, seems to be working quite well. So some nice swell coming in right now. Little peaky, little fat sections here and there, but definitely some nice sectioning waves. And seems on that orange and green north kite, making his way.
In my everyday till it's time to go. Time to slow, sit back, enjoy the show, go. And they sing it like
Nice smackable section. So not the biggest waves, a little bit smaller I think than yesterday for sure. We've got nice some shoulder, maybe occasional head high waves. So most of my time is spent looking out the window here because I've got a much better view. Quite high sun, pretty tough to see what's going on here in my monitor. To the ripple forest back for commentary as well as doing a great job on the camera. Me jibes on one.
Feel the war and the streets and the beats. Provide my peace of mind, keep the singing so sweet. Peace arriving. Hands to the sky. Hands to the sky. Yeah, we moving on. This life goes on. This life goes on.
Another one of those set waves come through as I'm trying to load a web page here. It says there is, but all right. So we've got two heavy hitters on the water. You know who they are. It's Kiteboarding and Nacimiento. Kiteboarding on the Carina kite, Nacimiento on the F1 kite. Getting down to the wire here. Some seriously heavy hitters. Both these guys kind of behind the point from my perspective here, looking for those big outside set waves that are coming in occasionally.
Take over your residence with hip-hop elements. Words slanging, beat banging, heat press, repeat, can't compete. Kicks on concrete, we don't retreat. Roam the city like I'm in the illest coast. Got light to boast, but I hold it down like the illest host. Rare forms that I expose through delivery. Lost a lot, but told to consider them a victory. Gaining knowledge, spread it all for more than cream. Cash.
I'm supposed to break in, cause I'm all the whole they have. So I perform inabilities and do like Moses, split both oceans in half. I'm froze to the tide of both clothes in the brackets out.
Yo, this is Jazz and Coffee Part 2. Sit back and relax. Yo, snares and kicks that dream. Hip hop is flowing through my veins.
Just switched from his former frontside stance to his backside stance. Does one backside turn and now is going into almost nice roundhouse. Foam climbing up through that fat section here. Fading left, hopefully top turn off the top. As Almeida went for a nice air down on the inside but missed it. Not sure what it looks like we need to going for that inside bowl section again. Looking for that thing to set up and going down the line. Popping in, little off the top, grab backside. That's gonna do it. I think that's the horn. It's gonna wrap up that heat. All right, so we are coming up right now with none other than Kevin Langare and Ferreira. Both these guys have the ability to move on through to the next round. This is Ferreira on his front side. Nice front side snap, breaking the fins loose, maybe getting a little bit of air. Completely from this perspective. And just making the most of this kind of a smaller wave, but definitely knows he needs to put some points on the board early on in the heat. Kevin Langare is outside looking for a set wave, looking like he may find something too. Ooh, Ferreira coming glued there on the inside. There's Kevin Langray still hunting. So that dilemma and kind of a strategy you kind of have to be thinking about here as you're jockeying for a wave. So wave selection is a crucial part to success in this high-level competition here at the PKRA Dakhla. Kevin decides to go for one. Nice little carving backside turn. See if he's gonna get anything else out of this one. Looks like it may be petering out, and he kicks out and considers one of the other options. There looks like a few set waves. Ooh, it looks like Ferreira is on a deep. Kevin might have a set wave outside. Investigate. Aggressive turns there from Ferreira. Really, regardless of the wave, he's pretty much just throwing buckets and riding extremely aggressively, which is definitely going to look favorable in the judges' eyes. Hopefully for Kevin, this set is the one he's been waiting for as he's setting up for something here. Nice little carve. Ooh, going out the back, not really amounting to a whole lot, unfortunately. Tries to drop back down. Okay, so it's a new wave basically, I think. Nice snap. There he goes. He's linking some nicer, more critical. The judges when ooh, now that does right there, beyond vertical backside snap. Really nice aggressive riding from Kevin.
What essentials with the mental plus techniques and a mic right deep in concept. When the time will come, but it's testing if I'm patient. Just buzz trips and cuff kicks through dark scenery. Question who believed in me, the thoughts were just dreams to me. Ex-girl, stop my philosophy.
Looks like Enrique here lining up for and really staying right where he needed to be throughout that whole wave ride. We've got a few heat number 28, I believe. Yeah, down to the last minute. This is Riviero right there, kicking out, going back out for another one. They know they've got just a minute down, and they need to make this next wave count. Inspirations on full, got me sounding ill poetic. I'm energetic, got good vibes on impressions. Feel like it's destined, the hip hop resurrection. Way that I'm ejecting, I'm blessing. Working their way out, looking for that.
Same court, same game, different drive. Same view with the streets, but different eyes. Standing in line, reporting live. Feeling so alive, we have now arrived.
A few sets popping up on the outside, it looks like.
Capacity, performing so naturally. Escape the usual flow, forever beautiful set.
Sand bottom here as it for some fun, nice little bowly sections, some fat sections. They're pretty. I know I've said it probably too many times, but just a nice dynamic spot where you've got a good variety for these guys to show. For these later heats, they've extended the heats, I believe, to 2 minutes. So 2 minutes longer for these ladies to get their rides. There's Kirsty Jones taking off on the wave with, of course, again, these are the sets we've been looking for, because both these ladies have been riding waves at the same time every single wave. Kirsty just, and we've got probably not a whole lot of time for any change in the scores at the moment, so probably going to be staying where they are. We'll just have to wait to hopefully hear from our race director who the winner is, and that's going to be the horn ending it for that one. I don't want to call it.
Now uncovering time instead of wondering what could have happened, what could I be, should have been in the game, play to win, fall and do it all again. Innovating the art, you feel the passion, the chances only passing, cause you gotta take action. Step to the challenge, it's your moment of truth. Still on it, it made it through, but got a lot to prove. Pursue, it's ambition and I'm keeping.
Which I don't know if they, I know the surfers prefer to be called Hawaiian versus American, but I'm not sure how it works with lady, but she's up to get that part of it dialed. You know, really not pull it together in competition because of the wave selection. So yeah, for her, but she's probably going to make the best of it. Enhance that nice top turn on a fairly decent looking wave. Fading a bit, hoping for some taking it out and going something. That's the anywhere. I think that peak is just going to start to shift down, but this is able to get those waves and a little bit more critical. I'm not going to call it, but I think Muna's just been really able to connect and do some really nice turns in some of those more critical sections of the waves that just didn't really appear for Yalu, unfortunately. But wow. Now that was a quick break because we are on with two big names. As again, I'm not a judge. Arrow. Both these guys capable of taking this one home. But wow, what an opening wave from both of those riders right there. I don't think it gets a whole lot better. That's pretty much, you know, kite surfing. I haven't seen kite surfing look a whole lot better than that, to tell you the truth. That is pretty impressive riding from both of those guys. It is... gentlemen, I'm pretty stoked if you can't tell. And those aerials down, just kind of like skateboarder, really nice style as well. Let's see what Kiahi's got for us. Air from Mitu and dragging the hand big, carving round house. Kiahi just displacing buckets there, breaking it loose, going fins first, dragging his hand, and Mitu just out of my sight, still working it. But man, these guys are really giving the judges a workout. Short change of even the smallest waves.
The mood in the room starts to dim, but I try to get my form fat like I was Richard Simmons. And it's dark when I glisten, so it isn't hard to listen. I talk and not to diss him, but to only say I miss him. The phone for friends and enemies, a profit through the memories. The only tell me who gon' make it. And they sing it like shine bright, shine bright,
That is fit. And that's going to do it for that ride for Ferreira as the Moroccan military. I know he's got a lot. Ferreira making his way back up towards the peak. And some of the drone footage that Jeremy's going to get from today. Pretty insane stuff, but we've got Ferreira on a wave right now with a couple frontside hacks already under his belt, displacing lots of water on that last one. Wave kind of fattening out there in an intermediate zone, see if it's going to do anything. It's kind of I won't say anything really, but Enrique doing some nice aggressive cutbacks and carves, keeping his kite in one position, really showing a nice surf style with a big frontside hack from the attack on this nice little slab coming in here. Enrique with a really aggressive backside vertical snap. Nice carving. So, brother and sister are in the finals. That's going to be in Langray. There, as Yalu is managing to get a nice ride under her belt, straight out of the gate as well on that black F1 kite. Getting down into the wee hours, the sun's dipping. I know it's not the best angle to be shooting into, but we are quite limited with what we have here as far as everything really. Internet access, access to power, and it is quite on her backhand. Marietta going for one more nice hit. Will she be able to get another one? Down at the judges tower area, which is a bit ways from where we and to a foam. Sister winning this event, and this year it could be the boyfriend and girlfriend. Finally getting one turn out of that swell that just teased her, drug her all the way in. It didn't amount to a whole lot. It really looked like it was going to. She took it in, waited, was patient, but she really only got one smack out of it. So she's going to be out there looking for another one, that's for sure. So just a minute until the start or the end of this heat of Yalu. It looks like Yalu a nice one here. Here's a nice set wave for both of these ladies. Yalu pretty much on the nicest wave she's gotten on all day or all heat. Linking some. This is going to take me a few events to dial in some of these names. So hopefully we have a few more. Definitely we are hoping to have, I think, 2 and maybe 3 more wave events throughout the tour season, as we've got some stuff coming down the pipe. So keep your eyes post cut back into the mix as Week 2 gets on his first wave. Smack off the top. But that peak point really not looking that stellar at this tide right now, but I'm sure these guys can make it look. Cool as a band, but hot on the rotation. So high blazing, we rise to the occasion. Bring it down to earth, worth more than ice. Go ahead, name the price while you're blinded by the light. Word of advice, everything ain't what it seems. They all chasing dollars cause they scared to chase dreams. Too many follow, not enough take the lead. Too many queens with a low self-esteem. Same road passed through like you. Quite an interesting day so far, but so this could work in his favor, but basically gone through the whole tidal range from really aggressive, overextending that back foot, but going down as Ferreira is on a nice size looking wave, kind of a crash. Mitu Monteiro stalling and doing some slalom turns here. Ooh, doing a wave 360, just waiting for this wave to take shape, taking advantage of some of those mushier wave faces as he's going to race down the line, go for a cover up, gets a nice little cover up and throws a super solid nice of our 12-minute heat. Mitu's got some pretty solid scores under his belt. Ferreira's got some nice ones as well. Who's it going to be? This is going to be a tough one. Carrera's on a peak right now, out at the point. What can he do with it? Nice top hack. Fading left, setting up again. I think was thinking the same thing, but he's not really finding it. He's just saying, I'm going to just throw some walls of water here in front of the judges and see how that goes. Breaking loose and going for that wave 360 again. Mitu Monteiro apparently on fire. I'm not sure what that guy eats for breakfast, but man. That's going to do it. All right, so it's on, ladies final. But, yeah, congratulations, me too, as well as Felipe for that performance in that last heat. But right now, Mona and Kirsty. Kirsty has been around actually for quite a long time in the whole kite surfing scene. She's done the whole freestyle thing, and I don't know if she did any racing, but she's been kind of focusing on the wave on that last wave as she was prior. But definitely a nice size wave. You can see her kind of pulling against her kite a little bit in that offshore wind, using it to keep herself upright. Judges really want to see you over your board, not like relying on your kite to stay upright. Yeah, these offshore conditions make that quite challenging sometimes. And I think some of the men have a chance on some of these nice set waves that these ladies are getting treated to. Here as the sun dips over the Atlantic. My phone says 5:04 here local time. And we are probably just about 20 minutes away from wrapping this thing up for the day. We've got a little bit more than a minute to go is what I just heard in this ladies final. So it is getting down to the wire. I see Enrique putting his kite up, getting ready for his final. Here, the first stop of the wave. Ooh, Kirsty going for a nice off the top, but goes down. And these ladies are getting down to the final seconds as our men in the finals are making their way out to the peak. But Muna on a nice looking wave, at least for a few hacks. We'll see how it does as it enters that deeper water. Is it going to fatten out, or is it going to have enough oomph to for many years? And I think she's quite a good surfer as well. And that's going to do it. So that's wrapping up our ladies finals. Muna White versus Kirsty Jones. It's not my call to make, folks. You can make your own decisions at home. You'll just have to check the live stream page for the results on that one. So we're coming right back with our men's finals, with Enrique boiled down to all of those riders who traveled from so far to come to get here into this event. Some of them making it into it, some of them going home with tails between their legs. They're all filtered down to these two guys right here, Kiahi de Boides and Pedro Enrique. Both these guys have the ability to take this one home. But nothing is really working itself down into the bay except for a nice looking one that Mr. Kiahi de Boides is on right now. And this is pretty much the nicest wave we've seen of this heat so far, allowing him about already 4 or 5 nice turns as he's going to work longer waves that allow for more scoring. So we'll see. He's got 3 nice backside snaps on his belt. Ooh, and there's a nice big vertical aggressive snap followed by another one. He's going to have to link something else together here, a little roundhouse or a floater. See if he's going to, no, he's going to kick out. Still a nice scoring wave right there from Pedro Enrique. Here in the men's finals.
Transmitted like a stuck-up chick. There ain't no way that you're hitting. While I'm lyrically gorgeous, the rhythm take you high. Touch the sky, find a view for inspiration. A legend in the making, feel the anticipation. Feel the struggle strong, life is going on. Why figure what's wrong when it's time to move on? Let the past be the past. The change is never late.
And this is down to the wire, folks. Pedro Enrique versus Mr. Kiahi de Avoidis. Some big scores already going down here in the wee hours of the evening. This is the men's final. This is where it all comes down to the glory. Kiahi de Avoidis had some really nice rides already under his belt, as well as that last ride from Pedro Enrique was probably his highest scoring ride, taking off on point. Big backside snap, linking it up with some other really nice vertical hacks, and putting him in fourth. I think I'm not even going to mention what I'm thinking about the men, so we'll just leave it at that. Check all the stats on the page. You're probably going to see it before I do. And thanks for joining us, because it's been a pretty spectacular day demonstrating what's possible with a kite and a surfboard. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do tune